But as I said before, that growth and change will not most likely be instantaneous. That's the second point today. The Holy Spirit produces progressive transformation. Most likely won't be instantaneous, but what the Holy Spirit does as he brings freedom also produces progressive transformation in your life. This goes back to 2 Corinthians 3. Look again at verse 18. See what it says. It's very clear. We all, with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. Now, I want to work through that verse just piece by piece because it has so much to teach us about this idea of transformation. And what I want you to see first is the goal. What's the goal of this transformation? It's that we, each of us who are believers, that we reflect, eventually, perfectly, reflect the image of the glory of God. Now, what even is that? What's the image of the glory of God? Well, Colossians 1:15, Jesus is the perfect image of God, and so the glory of God revealed to us is Jesus. Glory come. The glory's been revealed. It's Jesus, God the Son, taking on flesh. That is the image that we will eventually reflect, that God's glory shows up. It's the same thing Romans 8:29 says. Those whom God foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son. That is the believer's destiny, to be conformed to the image of his Son. That's why we've used this as the illustration for this whole Realigned series. He's the standard. What God is doing in us is realigning us, conforming us to the image of his Son. Romans 12 shows us what that looks like day to day, that if Jesus was living your life, that's what it would look like. It's perfect. That's what he is bringing us to as well. But notice the next words there in verse 18. It says, we are being transformed. First, since we're about to get back to school, right? Grammar lesson, that's passive. We are being transformed. This is God's work. That is even what the verse said. This comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. This is God's work in us. Now, we offer ourselves a living sacrifice, but God is the one who does the transforming in our souls. So it's God's work. We are being transformed, but also it's a continuous process. It's an ongoing transformation. It says we are being transformed. Being is an ongoing word. It's not a one-time event. You don't come to Christ. I know it's maybe discouraging to some of you, but like you come to Christ, you at camp or at a church service or at home with your mom, and you came to Christ and you thought everything would be perfect, and it wasn't. You still struggle with the same stuff yesterday, tomorrow, every day, right? Like you still, I thought this would be over with by now. No, it's not an immediate, instantaneous transformation. It's a continual work of grace. One of my favorite verses, Philippians 1:6. He who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Right? That's a process. He started something, he's gonna finish that. Well, there's a process to get there. It's what he's doing in you. It's what he's doing in us day after day. So it's progressive, it's a process, but there's also another phrase. It says, one degree of glory to another. That's the steps. It's another idea of process of growth. It's progressive. It's even slow, but it's 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree. It's one step at a time. It's like if you're gonna refine gold, if you're gonna purify gold, it's not perfectly refined when it comes out of the ground. You have to put it in a furnace. You have to heat it up 1 degree after 1 degree, 1 degree more, 1 degree more. The more you do, the more dross comes off. The more the bad stuff comes out. 1 degree more bad stuff comes out. That's what he's talking about. He's saying you're the gold, you're being refined 1 degree of glory to the next over and over and over again. Refined into the image of Christ as you go through your life.